Causes of food waste. The causes of food waste are a complex and multifaceted problem. They vary from person to person, culture to culture, country to country. In order to understand the causes of food waste, we must first take a look at what causes food waste. Most people don't realize how much food is wasted every year until they see these numbers. -40% to 50% of total edible food produced in the world goes uneaten. $165 billion worth of produce is thrown away each year in the United States alone. Food wastage caused by lack of education. Lack of education about the effects our lifestyles have on nature is causing a crisis in food wastage. Lack of awareness and knowledge leads people to produce more than they need or use, which causes an enormous waste when left unused. The United Nations estimates due to this lack that we are wasting 1/3 of all food produced worldwide. Children are being left hungry because many families can't afford enough food. The problem is that some people don't realize how much they're wasting, and others simply do not have the education to know about waste management, so we need more programs in place for educating children on this issue as well as adults who live below the poverty level. Food wastage caused by lack of storage. A recent study found that more than 1/3 of all food produced for human consumption is wasted. This includes a total loss from the fields, throughout harvesting and processing, through distribution to retailer shelves or restaurant tables, and finally at home where it ends up in landfills. Every year, billions of dollars worth of food are wasted due to insufficient storage. Bioplastics not only provide a solution for this issue, but they also help the environment by reducing greenhouse gas emissions and deforestation from farms. Food storage is a huge issue for developing countries. Huge amounts of food are wasted because they cannot be stored properly, which leads to millions starving and suffering from malnutrition. Causes of food waste. Food waste caused by overproduction. The amount of food wasted due to overproduction is becoming a huge problem. In the United States alone, an estimated 133 billion pounds are lost every year, and it's only getting worse. The ugly truth about too much food production in industrialized countries has been revealed by research revealing that up to 1/3 of all produce grown globally never gets eaten, roughly $2 trillion worth. There is an estimated $218 billion worth of food produced in the United States, and yet this same amount ends up being wasted. The staggering number of people hungry around the world each day could be fed by simply reducing overproduction levels to meet domestic demand for more sustainable production practices that will reduce future waste as a whole. Food waste due to transportation. Did you know that food waste is a major issue due to transportation? Every year, 40% of all the food grown in North America ends up as waste. One reason for this massive amount of wasted produce is transportation. It takes about 25% more energy and emits 100 times more CO2 than sending goods by train or boat versus trucking them. It's not just an environmental problem either. Think about how much money we could save if there were fewer people throwing out their groceries. Some solutions include taking public transit instead of driving your own car so as to limit emissions from trucks and also avoid those pesky traffic jams which can cause delays and spoil foods during travel time. About 1/3 of all the food we produce annually is lost. That's enough to feed over 3 billion people. There are many reasons for this, from improper transport vehicles on our roads to poor nutrition during shipping times. One day out can spoil your entire product, but there is hope because new innovations like freshness indicator strips have been introduced which allow consumers more personal choice when selecting their items at supermarkets. Food waste due to expiration dates. With all the products that now contain expiration dates, there is a high chance of food waste due to these rigid time limits. Many grocery stores take advantage of this by putting out sale items with an impending date on them because they know customers will be less likely to purchase it if it's not discounted or close in proximity to said deadline. The increased push toward more and more strict production deadlines has led many people shopping for groceries at their local supermarket to wasting perfectly edible goods when nearing age-old expiry dates printed on most containers today, including those containing the baby formula and produce. Things like bananas which may have just turned brown but are still good enough to eat. Causes of food waste are a lot but we all need to work hard to decrease it. Food waste due to overbuying. In the United States, an average family of 4 throws out about $2,275 worth of food every year. This is mainly due to overbuying for a variety of reasons, including forgetting that they've already bought something or planning for too many people showing up but not all at once. One way to combat this would be by assigning one person in each grocery store aisle as your personal shopper and asking them if you can purchase what you need without making any other purchases while ensuring they don't also buy anything else along with it. It's no secret that we all waste food at home. Sometimes it can be a matter of forgetting what was in the fridge or not being able to use up leftovers before they go bad, but sometimes you're just buying too much and end up wasting your hard-earned cash on something that will only spoil. This is where grocery stores come into play. With so many options for everything from fresh produce to canned soup, one would think consumers could pick exactly how much pasta sauce their household needs with ease. However, instead of making customers happy, these overstocked shelves are actually causing them more headaches than anything.